I'm Tina Falk, the endorsed Democratic candidate for First Selectman for the town of Griswold. Over the next few weeks, we will be visiting neighborhoods to introduce ourselves and listen to your thoughts and concerns.
Hello, my name is Rich Grabowski, and I am the Democratic candidate for Selectman here in Griswold. This Democratic slate is a proven and experienced team.
And our Democratic team wants you to know that we are committed to restoring unity in our community.
Buy better.
Better it burns.
Much better.
So much better it burns.
Are you tired of resetting passwords, getting locked out of websites, and listening to hold music for days? Do you really think 15 minutes is enough time to spend ensuring your biggest investments? The Burns Agency is here to help with in-person real-time customer care for all your insurance needs. Buy better with the Burns Agency for auto, home, business, and life.
Right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns.
You buy better, it burns. You buy better.
Hi, this is Lisa Griffin of Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank. Do you use your debit card for everyday purchases? If so, find out how you can earn rewards for that activity with Kasasa Cashback Checking from Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank. Why settle for a boring checking account when you can Kasasa? Check out our Kasasa Cashback Checking and find out how easy it is to earn rewards. For more information, visit bankeasternct.com or stop by any of our branch locations today. Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank, member FDIC. Do you Kasasa?
Family Motors has arrived. They're your local auto super center. Put some excitement in your day and rent a Polaris Slingshot from Strain Family Motors, adjacent to the Green Onion Restaurant on River Road. Check out Strain Family Motors Super Center on Facebook as well as strainfamilymotors.com for everything sales, service, and excitement. River Road, Lisbon, Strain Family Motors, your local auto super center.
Super Center.
Super Center.
Super Center is just too much. That's not too much.
No, that wasn't too much.
Oh, what's going on, Kathy?
Same old.
We had an interesting event last night. That was fun.
That was fun.
The steak was delicious.
Yeah, it was good. All of it was very good.
I had 3. Well,
It was really
boy gotta
good.
eat, I mean.
It was really good. I'd never gone to one of those dinners before. So I, like a lot of people, and they talked about this last night, but a lot of people thought it was for businesses, business owners. And because it's like a business association dinner or something.
That's what it's always been called in the past.
Right. So it makes it, just that alone, you would think, oh, it's for business owners. But I learned it's not. It's essentially business, not as in owning a business, but essentially the business of Griswold. What is going on in Griswold? What's happening? That sort of thing.
Well, that was like I talked to Stu Norman yesterday morning.
He's the one that puts it on.
He had been, and Lori Sorter was a big catalyst on this one right here. But Stu called me up and we talked, and one of the concerns that he had is basically what you just said. Something about business association. It's not really for businesses. Anybody can come to it. Mm-hmm. Whatever they have, it's, it can be consumed by any of the residents. And I don't mean food. I mean, any of the content that they provide during those. And I'm like, oh, well, that's pretty cool. I've always known that.
Yeah,
I've always known that, but I don't think, I think it gets confusing too, because the VFW also does a men's steak night.
Oh,
okay. Yeah. And they did that the night before. Oh. So I think the two got kind of confused a little bit, because I was talking to a couple of people and they said, "Oh, I thought this was the men's steak night."
Oh, yeah.
No, it's the everybody steak night.
Yep.
So
no, I thought it was great, and it was well attended. He said there were 75 people.
Yeah.
Which was, it was great. Tables were full. Everybody was talking.
Bellies were full.
It was, yeah. It was, you had salad, you had pasta, steak, potatoes. It was really good. Cash bar, and everybody was just chit chatting. You're seeing people that maybe you haven't seen in a little while. New faces. There were people there that I didn't know. So it was nice to see, new people there, and people that you don't necessarily see, in your everyday, dealings in town. So that was nice, but it was really good.
Is that your?
I'll be going back.
Is that your call from Walgreens to let you know that your
My-
dermatitis stuff is?
Yeah.
Or-
Antibiotic. My poor daughter. So
Aw.
after the dinner last night, I got home and my daughter had not been feeling well and took her to the doctor's earlier in the afternoon, and she had gotten worse. So we were at the ER last night after the dinner. So that was fun. But it's all good.
Yeah. So anyway, we I got like you to your point. You know, you're saying about these the folks you haven't seen in a long time, or maybe you never have met in person. There was one gentleman I met last night, Gary Bolak.
Okay. I've seen the name. Yep.
Yeah, and I'd never met him,
Yeah.
and he came when I was in line to get soda because we don't really drink.
Yeah.
So
Unless it's moonshine cherries.
yeah, those I chow. I still have half of them left. I'm letting them ferment some more. You eat 3 of those, you're freaking history.
Well, when you're a lightweight like you,
Oh
yeah.
my god, yeah. How many would you have to eat before you're
A good number of them.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're a party girl.
I mean, I just have a high tolerance. I have a high tolerance. I definitely don't party. I don't drink much, but yeah, high tolerance.
So anyway, I got
Yeah.
to meet Gary, and he
Nice.
actually came over and introduced himself to me, and which I was glad he did. Yeah, it was really cool. I got to see Al Gear last night.
I didn't see him.
He was sitting with me.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I didn't see him.
I hadn't seen in a dog's age, and it was wonderful. We had a nice hug. It was a nice hug, and I missed the man very much.
That's so cool.
So who's we always called Mr. Jewett City.
Oh, yeah.
And now he's Mr. Jewett City Emeritus
Emeritus.
because he lives in Lisbon.
Yeah. That's great.
Traitor.
I did not see him there. There were a lot of people there.
Mhm.
And I was up near the bar in the corner at that table.
Yeah.
So I mean, I had a decent view of the whole room, but with so many people, I didn't have line of sight to everybody. So I'm sure there were people there that I missed.
Paul Ash, of course, was there.
I didn't see him either.
You obviously did not come to my table.
No, I
because
didn't.
I was
No.
sitting with Martin.
Yeah, I don't even know which table that was.
Court Kinney was there.
I saw Court. Court
Court
and I
was
talked
right
afterwards.
next to me, and Melissa was right next to me. I was right between.
I saw him
those two
afterwards.
folks.
Yeah. All right. I missed you. Yeah, definitely. Because I was wondering. I was like, I thought Paul was going to be
Yeah.
there, and I never saw him.
Yeah, I got to see Todd Babbitt,
Mhm.
and of course Tina. I said to her, "Is it Ms. Tina Falk? Is it Ms.
Yeah.
Tina Falk Babbitt? Is it Ms. Tina Babbitt Falk?"
Right.
And I said,
What is it?
"Screw it.
It's
just
Tina. It's Tina.
It's just Tina." Who did a wonderful job last night? Answering questions.
Yeah.
Everybody was very poised. Martin and Wayne and
Rich.
Rich and those are the ones that got
The
to
endorsed
answer the
candidate.
question.
Yeah.
The endorsed
the
candidates.
Q&A. Yep. Yeah. They all did a great job.
Dana was allowed to speak because, of course, being a write-in candidate, but she was not part of the Q&A
Mm-hmm.
afterwards.
Yep. Yeah. They each had a 3-minute kind of like intro.
Mhm.
And then the 4 of them had the Q&A.
Yeah.
I thought it went really well. I mean, there was material left on the tables from the candidates to look over for those that, wanted more information. And the Q&A, it was just questions. They didn't know the questions ahead of time. These were questions that came from the people attending the dinner.
Yeah.
So they didn't know what kind of questions were coming at them. And it was good. I mean, they were all honest. It was a very laid back, friendly feel, to the whole thing. What is so funny?
Well, when Stu Norman went over to take a question from Paul Brickey.
Yeah.
And Paul just grabs the microphone. And he goes, "Well, my first question is," and after the first question, Stu takes the mic, goes, "Thanks," and walks away.
There were a good number of questions, though, like
Yeah.
4 or 5 questions, maybe. I mean, it was very informative. You got to know the candidates, and what they want to do. I mean, the consensus that I got, and anyone else who's on that was there can chime in, but the consensus that I got is all 4 candidates are on the same page.
Yeah.
Essentially, with a majority of the things. And even the things that maybe they have different ideas, they're not conflicting. They just have different ideas on some things, which is great. So, I mean, of the 4, 3 of them are going to be on the Board of Selectmen.
What would you have asked? What would you have asked if you had the opportunity to ask a question? Well, you did have the opportunity. You didn't, but.
Yeah. I mean, there are so many questions that run through my head. I think a lot of them, most of them were asked. Obviously, there was a question about economic development. There was a question about the property, the plastic, old plastic property down here on 201 and what's going on with that. They spoke to that. Martin was able to give, kind of a detailed update on where that stood and what they were waiting for and all of that. They talked about, things that are happening in town hall with the punching a clock and the draft policy that was implemented. It was a lot of what has been going on the last couple of years, was discussed, and what the new folks would want to do different or would want to do the same, or how they would manage certain things. One of the questions was day one, what are you doing? You get in there, what are you doing on day one? So they all had to answer that, and what I heard a lot of was going to go in, we're going to make ourselves known, introduce, be friendly. Hey, how's it going? And start with getting updates from directors, from department heads, and know what's going on. Where are the issues? Where are things being stalled? What's working? What's not working? And get going on everything. It was more teamwork, seemed to be kind of the overarching, topic.
See, if somebody would ask me that question myself, what would I do on day one? I'd walk right through the tax collector's office and town clerk and go, who wants a pizza party?
Friday pizza for everybody.
Everyday pizza. So, Tabitha says, I hope your daughter's okay.
Yeah, she's all right. She's
dinner
better.
Was informative.
It was.
She's a newlywed.
She is.
Da 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 newlywed. Da 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 newlywed. A newlywed. Congratulations again. I got to see Lou, and of course I got to see her, and I got to give the bride a hug.
Yep.
And talk to her for a second. So it was very nice. It was good to see her last night too. So
yep.
The newlywed.
Anyone online that went? No other comments?
Well, Tabitha's there. Somebody just goes, what is what? And I went, I don't know. What is what?
What is what?
What? I don't know. So, but it was good. Louis James. Louis James.
Is it James? I didn't know
James?
that. Oh.
JD. Yeah, I guess it would be.
Yeah, makes sense.
Of course, the wife would know. The hell do I know? I'm an outsider. So no. Who else did you see last night? Let's see. I saw Kevin Trahan from a distance. I see him every so often.
I don't think I know who
nice
that
guy.
is. I know the name, but I don't know in person.
Really nice guy. He does so much, and he supports a lot. He supports a lot of stuff with us.
Yep.
And he's got the coolest phone number for his new agency.
A cool phone number?
Yeah, there's no way you can forget it. And if you are, then you're kind of simple. But seriously.
I had a cool phone number like that growing up. Let's hear what this one is.
Ready?
Yep.
860-376-1234. That's it.
Mine growing up.
Who do you sleep with to get that phone number? I mean, come on, really. 1234.
Mine,
that's available?
Apparently. Well, not anymore.
Don't even tell me it was 6969.
No.
All right.
885.
Yep.
885.
885. Oh, it is.
That was my number
version.
Growing up.
November 15th is the next.
Yes.
Right.
Every
So
third Wednesday.
This all started with Stu. Me telling you, Stu called me. And said, what do we do? Let's call it something else. And I said, all right, let me chew on it. And somebody put yesterday Griswold Forward. Somebody told me yesterday Griswold Forward, and I thought that was pretty good.
Grizzled Forward dinner. Grizzled Forward. I don't. Yeah, I like it.
I don't know. That was just all it says is Griswold Forward.
Yeah, and I mean that's essentially what it is.
It wasn't mine, so I'm not taking credit for it. So.
Yeah, No, I mean, I think that's a good idea. That's essentially what it is everyone coming together, people of Griswold, business owners, residents, whoever, school people involved in the school, everybody coming together to talk about whatever. I mean, there are topics at each one, but I mean, you can mingle and talk to anybody you want about anything you want.
Yes.
So it's great networking. It's you learn, you meet your neighbors, everyone who's on, all the town Facebook pages, you see certain names over and over again contributing to those or commenting or whatever. These people could go and you could actually start talking to these people in person.
Yes.
And have real conversations, not just on, Facebook. But I think it'd be great. Next month they're talking it's school stuff, the capstone project and what they're doing at the school to get our students ready to become members of society. Contributing members.
Some of the school administrators are going to be in. So,
and it's every third Wednesday. There's a dues. It's a 15
for the next 5 months.
Yes, sorry. Yep, for the next 5 months, and there's a $15 dues.
I think that's just a one-time deal.
Right.
Yeah, it's not like because otherwise it'd be like $42.
Right. Yeah. So $15, and that goes to the food pantry, I believe he said.
These
or part
two
of
things,
it.
Food pantry and more, and whatever balance was left, it would go to scholarships.
Yep.
Towards graduating seniors.
Yep.
At Griswold High School.
Mm-hmm. And the dinner for a steak dinner with all of that, it was $27.
Yeah.
Steak, potatoes, pasta, salad.
Yeah.
It was good.
It wasn't cube steak either.
No, it was steak.
It was a good steak. It was delicious.
Frank Rubino.
Huh?
Frank Rubino.
Yeah. So they came over and I just looked at Morgan and I said, so how's it? She goes, well, most of them are like medium rare. And I went,
oh, that's the way you eat it.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. You. I grew up with my mother going, that's so gross. I don't want to see the blood all over the table and all over the, she goes, and she said one time, she goes, it'll look like a massacre.
Oh my God.
So I got instantly grossed out. Right. So, the last thing I want is like a roast beef grinder that has like all the blood soaked in the bread.
It's not blood.
No, yes, it is.
It's not.
So anyway, Griswold said, Laura says Griswold Forward Social.
Ah, there you go. Yep. I like it.
Victoria says rare. It's not blood. Then what is that red shit?
It's just like part of the dye and the juices they put in it to make it look good, so people want to buy it. It's not blood.
Makes you want to cook it.
Yeah, no.
So what you're saying is when you take it right off the cow, it's not blood.
No, when you take it off the cow, it is. But after it's processed and everything.
Mm-hmm. Well, anyway, you can say whatever it is. You're not going to change my mind. It looks gross to me, and
Do you
I don't like it.
eat your steak well?
No, it was medium well. I mean, it was good.
No, it was good. The
not,
steak was good. But
whatever they did, I mean, they cooked it a little more. It was juicy. It was delicious. It was not. Somebody looked at me and went, "That's shoe leather," and I'm like, "That's not shoe leather."
Yeah, I like mine. No, it was good. I like. I'm a medium rare kind of girl, but.
Daryl says it's yum yum sauce.
Yeah, there you go. Uh-huh.
So it was an interesting event.
It was.
It was definitely and it was fun.
Yep, I'm glad I went. Looking forward to the others.
Yeah.
Rich wasn't able to go last night. He was working, but with his schedule, I think the next one he may be able to go. So that'll be good.
Court says, yeah. Oh, no. Oh, I hit the wrong one. Scott goes, I want to see the whip marks from where the jockey was hitting it.
There you go. I like it.
See, you mentioned blood, and look at all the comments. They're skipping right on through. Court says, you can't live in the vampire capital and not like blood.
Right? Good point.
How many bloody steaks do you like? One. Cindy says, medium rare, best of both worlds.
Mm-hmm.
So we went to, for Melissa's 49th plus one birthday, we went to Hell's Kitchen.
Did you? How was it?
I never told you about
that.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. How was it? I want to go. Oh, maybe we'll do that for our anniversary.
So here's what happened. We got into the building. took the elevator down, and then boom, we were going to Wahlburgers. That's where we were going. And then we got off the elevator, right? And then, wait a minute, it's Hell's Kitchen right there. And we got in line at Wahlburgers, and I said, you want to see if we can get in there? And she says, we'll never get in there. Because, that's what I've heard too.
Yeah, it's like...
And I said, well, let me go look. And she said, okay.
I gotta look it up now.
I walked in there. And there were people right at the desk. And I said, I understand, but I'm going to ask, do you have available seating, currently? And the lady goes, yes, we can put you in our wine room.
What? Unbelievable.
So what we found out is that people cancel all the time. You can get in, no problem.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna make reservations.
So I instantly texted. I said, Melissa, I'm going to text you if I come here. She didn't answer me. I'm like, what the? So I call her, and she's like, because when you walk into Hell's Kitchen, it's like you gotta go down this way.
I don't know where it is. Where is it?
It's like where the old Cinedrome was.
Yeah,
it's down that area. Okay.
The old Cinedrome. Oh my god.
Yeah, the rotating floor and everything.
The Cinedrome.
I had it going on.
Oh my god. I used to do country line dancing there.
Oh, you are square. God. Country.
Yeah.
So finally she goes, hello. That's how Melissa answers the phone. Hello. It's like, you're surprised? It's me. Plus we have caller ID.
Right.
It's like,
you can see.
You don't know?
Like you're not sure who it is.
No. It's like a walkie-talkie these days. I'm like, I said, hurry up, come over. We can get in. Okay. I'm not kidding you. Within not even 2 seconds later, there she is, walking down the aisle.
Oh my god.
So, and from what I understand, it's the only aisle I'll ever see her walk down. So
that's okay.
That's all right. It's all right.
That's all right.
So we walked in and we got seated. And I'll be honest with you, we spent. Oh no, there was no we. I spent. It was her birthday.
Right. I was gonna say it's not that. That's a treat dinner.
And she said, she goes, "Isn't this kind of expensive?" And I said,
"Yep."
I said, let me tell you something. This is why I work until 8, 9 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock doing my TikTok thing and also selling tumblers. I said, so we can do stuff like this once in a while. And it's like anybody, anything. You do something extra so you can do something for the people you love, right?
Yep.
So, okay. So we went in and sat down and the experience was amazing.
Really? That's what I've heard. Amazing. I've heard it's really good.
But there's a whole wraparound to this story is that the waitress comes over and we wanted the beef Wellington, of course, right? With the wine pairing.
And let me guess, you ordered it well done and they kicked you out.
I asked.
And they were like, nope, there's the door. Get out.
She says to us, she goes, it is served medium rare. Is that okay? And I went, can I get it cooked differently?
No, it's kind of wrapped up.
No. She said to me, she goes, and I said, why? She goes, because that's the way it is.
Yeah.
Oh. And she was very nice. She wasn't like, that's the way it is. Right. Wasn't like that at all. So we had the wine pairing with each one of the courses, which was phenomenal. So anyway, I
drink wine.
I did that night.
Okay,
but it was good.
I was gonna say normally you're not like a wine.
No,
yeah.
No, I'm like a nice tea drinker. I mean, so she said to us, she goes, there's different wines for different things, and I didn't understand that, and I'm not kidding you. It matched perfectly.
Oh, I need to go. I need to be in that room.
So
I like my wine.
So anyway, she looked at me and said, "Are you worried about like blood being all over?" And I'm like, "Yeah, let's just mess with me."
Let's give you a visual while you're ordering.
I'm trying to hand you my money, and you're like telling me you're trying to make me ill. And she goes, "It's not like that." And I said, "Tell me more." And she said, "I guess they bake it first."
Okay.
So there is none of that There's no running
Interesting.
blood or anything like that.
Mhm.
And I said, okay, I'll try it.
And how was it?
It was the best piece of meat I ever ate in my
Yeah,
freaking life. I'm
yeah.
telling you. And we had seared scallops because it was this pairing thing that they
Yep.
had. It was a whole seared scallops, and then
Oh, who's that?
Citibank.
Uh-oh. Your card has been compromised. Please give me your social security number so we can
Probably.
fix it.
And I'm like, okay. It was delicious.
Yeah.
And then you had the beef Wellington, which is of course Gordon Ramsay's
Mhm.
signature dish, along with mashed potatoes, which is really weird how they.
Yeah, they got to fancy it up a little bit, right?
Yeah, it's like spread all over in a real thin layer, and really what it really equated to was about a tablespoon. and
And you paid extra for that.
Yeah, I know. And then you got carrots and rutabaga.
Oh,
round-
well, that's different.
But it was really good.
Yeah.
And then there was a sticky toffee
Oh.
cake for dessert.
Mm.
So, and I'm thinking to myself, like, I was stuffed.
Yeah.
We couldn't even finish it. The Wellington was huge.
Yeah,
It was a
I've
big
heard that.
piece of meat, and it was a solid piece of meat.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you ever get like meat from a butcher or like straight from the farm?
No, actually.
Okay, all right. So, like, it's different. It's really different because it's not really processed or anything. So, like ham, for example, we got these ham steaks from Wildowski Farms in Lisbon, and it's totally different than the ham steak you get in the store because you fry a ham steak and you all of a sudden you see all this water coming off
Yeah,
it, right?
yeah.
There's none of that, and a piece of meat like this will fill you
Just
up
dense, yeah.
because that's it. It's very, very dense, and that's kind of what it was like.
Nice. I just looked up. So our anniversary is coming up in November. And so I just looked up to reserve a table. Nothing. And it's November.
walk
And they're
in.
full.
That's what I did. I just
Yeah,
walked
my
in.
luck, they'd be like,
Scott Fryer's friend.
I see you have connections.
I don't know, but got me in.
Yeah, they have. I mean, I'm looking at like mid-November and nope, nothing available.
Scott says, I thought Hell's Kitchen was overrated. Awesome
Really?
atmosphere and great drinks was way overpriced. Not a big menu. That is correct. The beef Wellington was meh.
Really?
The smoked old fashioned was very good. The
Oh, that's-
chocolate peanut butter trifle was the second best thing I've ever
Oh my God.
put in my mouth. First.
That's a softball question. Like, that's,
I'll text you.
huh.
Paul says noisy atmosphere. And this is from a deaf guy.
He also went to the one in Vegas. I wonder if it's different.
You can't hear me across the table. Never mind.
Maybe I'll look and see if Vegas has any openings and just do a quick flight out there. And yeah, there's nothing in November.
Victoria says black and blue is my favorite.
Oh, what's that?
It's something after you get
that
punched in the face.
Well, I didn't know if it was a dish or a place. I'm not sure what that is.
Scott says I scraped the duck liver off, and the beef was good. Kevin Cunningham goes, "Who's Paul Lash?"
Duck liver? There was duck liver on the Wellington?
No, on a steak or something.
Oh. I don't know if I've ever had duck liver.
How was it? Well, isn't all that quacked up?
Oh, good.
The other
one.
day, I went to an old house that I grew up in. I knocked on the door to see if I could go inside just for old time's sake. My parents said, "You got to leave."
Stupid.
Is it on the Wellington? No.
Okay.
No, it wasn't on the Wellington.
Oh, okay.
Paul says the Vegas one was better.
Oh. Now I want to go and they don't have any reservations.
We didn't need reservations. Like I said,
I know, but my luck,
They just name dropped Scott Fryer.
my luck, I'll go there and they'll be like, nope. And then we'll be standing there like, now what do we do?
Yep.
Normally we go to David Burke. Oh, actually, that's at the same place. Oh,
Yes, it's right around the corner
Yeah.
from David Burke's.
Is it? Okay.
David Burke Prime or something
Yeah,
like that?
downstairs. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, the one with the big wine tower.
Uh-huh.
How the hell did they get the wine out of there?
I think it's just for show. I
It's
don't
like
know.
kind of like Ollivander's. That's like Ollivander's wand shop in Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm. I like that. They have the
I
popovers, and then they give you cotton candy at the end. At David
sweet.
Burke's. Yeah,
No pun intended.
literally. Yeah, they give you cotton candy at the end.
Huh.
But maybe I'll make a reservation of that, and then we'll try. That'll be our backup. We'll try to go to Hell's Kitchen with no reservation, and then we'll go to David Burke's if we can't get in.
So some quick programming notes. Monday we have a debate right here on SNSN. It's going to be broadcast on throughout Facebook, but mainly in the Grizzled News and Notes group. So if you know anybody that wants to watch it, or if you're not banned, and I don't do that stuff, you know. Look, come on, you got to admit the snarky comments are getting less and less and less. So,
Yesterday you said this is the last thing I'm going to say about it, and I said no, it's not.
no, I'm talking about my own group.
Okay.
You know, so I said,
Okay.
you know, unless you're banned, you know,
Okay.
you never know. You
Got
know,
it.
I haven't banned anybody.
Okay. I'm a moderator now. Maybe I will. No, I'm kidding.
Taking down my posts. And shit. Like, what are you
I'll
doing?
ban Mike from his own page.
It won't be the first time. So anyway, but yeah, it's going to be on the Grizzled News and Notes page. Admission is free on the Grizzled News and Notes page.
Good.
Yes, it is. Daryl says, I can't wait for the rules to come out on your site. No, I don't have any. Just be kind.
Just post it and don't be a pain in the
Douche.
ass. Yeah, pretty
a
much.
douche.
Those are the rules. We should
Yeah.
put those up.
Yeah.
Those are the rules right there. We'll
Yeah.
just add those.
Don't be a
Yeah. Post stuff, comment, and don't be a
douche.
right.
Don't be a duck wagon. You know, I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
Just
Swap waffle. Yeah.
I gotta make that
I know,
Tumblr for
you
you.
do.
You know? Oh my god! So I'm gonna post that Tumblr on my. I started doing a Tumblr of the day
Oh, that's cool.
on my own, and I posted actually three Halloween Tumblrs on my own person. And I'm not using the Grizzled News and Notes to sell my products and like that, so I'm not doing that. So.
And you have other people can sell stuff or post stuff,
On
advertise Fridays. Yep.
Well, yeah, but there's a twist with it. Did you see the twist?
No, I probably should know that. What's the twist?
It was a post that I put. You may not have seen it. People can post their businesses on Friday.
I know. I did see this. Yep. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yep.
And we invite you to.
Mm-hmm.
But this is Grizzled News and Notes. We want it to be totally different than anything else. If this was the same thing as other community boards, and it would be kind of stupid. So we don't want to be that way. We want to be totally different. It's an alternative. Which we're at like 420
Saw that. Yeah. Last night.
already, you
Yep.
know, in like 4 days. So we're growing pretty fast, and we thank you for that. The only requirement to going ahead and posting your business on Friday, you know, if you have a special going into the weekend or whatever, post, go for it. But you must be interacting with your customers, B, with the group. You know, don't just drop your post and run, because I'll delete it.
Yep. Yeah.
Or you'll delete it, or Scott will. Just interact.
Yep. And that's not too hard to ask for.
Huh?
That's not too much to ask for.
No, I don't think so. Like Daryl from The Healthy Computer, School Street, Jewett City, next to the
Dog groomer.
dog groomer. Was there something happened next door to the dog groomer?
What?
I don't know. Paul Lash just said, Daryl, what happened to next door to the dog groomer? Is there a raid?
Oh my God. Could you imagine?
Ooh.
That'd be funny.
As far as the group, Scott says, you're a grower, not a shower. Okay, Scott.
Alrighty then.
Okay, I don't know where to go after that. No, so yeah, we just want you to interact with people.
Yeah.
Interact with the group. If you like, so if you post your business, right? and you get somebody that quotes, something, or they drop a comment, then interact. Why wouldn't you interact with people that are trying to interact with your business, right? It'd be kind of silly.
Yeah, the potential customers.
Well, that's what happens. A lot of people, they just drop it and they
yeah.
figure everybody's going to flock to them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Case in point. All right. Dean Rubino with his new restaurant, Rubino's Full Circle, established 1959.
Yep.
He dropped one post. People started interacting with it. When people start interacting with it, it goes other places, and then people start sharing it.
Yep.
That thing's been all over the
algorithm,
place.
yeah, it has.
It's all over the place. And
Yep.
now it's not even open yet. And most people are familiar with
what's happening.
Rubino's.
Yeah, that it's coming and it's going to be there. Yep.
So just so you know, that's how it works. And I think people think, well, I'm just being a pain in the ass saying, you got to do this, you got to do this. No, this is how the algorithm and social media work. If you want to go ahead and reach people, same thing with anything.
Yeah.
You must interact. Somebody said to me the other day, and I don't think it was you, but it's like, no, it was Tracy Jenks. She said to me, somebody that, has been in Griswold pretty much her entire life, like me. She said that she doesn't see the Griswold stuff, like the town of Griswold stuff, but she does see a lot of the borough stuff.
Yes.
And I said, because I feel you must be interacting with the borough or even Lori Sorter. I said, because Lori Sorter is the one that's posting that stuff. And if you interact with her, you're going to see all that stuff, because the algorithm says, okay, that's important to you because you're interacting.
So there's another piece to this too, is that on these pages and groups, you can change the settings of so when you like a group or join a group, it comes up as like a default setting. So you can change that to be, there's another option, like basically one where you see it all the time, like everything that's posted, it'll pop up in your feed. The default is it'll pop up once in a while. And then there's another option where it doesn't really pop up at all. So it always goes to the default. You can change that for certain pages, for all pages, so that you see it more often also. And a lot of people don't know that, because you normally like a page and you move on. You don't go in there and change the settings.
Most people on Facebook, all they do is they don't look at the settings. They just go,
like, and then move on. Join.
Okay,
follow.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can change those settings. Just go to those three dots, and it'll give you
like a drop down
an option. Yep. Actually, I'm looking for it now, but yeah, it gives you an option on how to, or maybe you have to go to the actual group. You have to go to the actual page. And then you can change the setting there, so you can see things more often.
I would be remiss also if we're talking different types of communications and stuff.
Yeah.
Griswold has an app.
It does.
It does. We do have an app now. It's called Griswold Connect.
Yep. So this was mentioned. It was mentioned a while ago, and then we didn't really hear much about it. We heard that it was coming, that it was going to be available. I don't know, maybe a couple of months ago. And last night at the dinner, there was like a piece of paper that had the QR code on it to download it. I haven't looked through it yet. Somebody, Tabitha next to me, was going through it, and it kind of looked like it kind of basically mirrored the town website. But it has
it's like
the ability
hits version of the
But it looked like it had the ability to get like notifications through it, things like that.
Yeah. Yes, you can. So, that's available now too. So that's more ways to get information. If you have, say a fundraising event, for a nonprofit, post away, and that's always good news. One thing I don't want are GoFundMe's.
Yeah, well, some of those can be scams, and
I know, and then they're
so hard.
And they try to make you feel guilty. It's like, oh, it's for this, person, and I'm like, I'm sorry, that's a personal thing. You can share it on your own page. Yeah. So
absolutely.
It's like for example, there was a lady that posted this food truck in the group. No interaction.
Yeah.
I even messaged her and said, hey, we'd like to have you interact into the group as well. No answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, I'm not interested,
Yep.
at all. I mean, it's great. I hope you do well, but you know what? Talk to your customers.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to talk to your customers, then there's no sense in doing it.
Right. Just using the page.
Yeah.
Yeah. Without
Use your own
offering any value to it.
Yeah, we're not looking for free food or anything like that. We want to help you, you know. But if you don't want to grow your business or whatever, you just use your own.
Yep.
Don't jump on somebody else's back.
Mm-hmm.
So, but again, I don't think it's too much to ask.
No.
Interact. I think everybody likes the interaction.
Mhm.
That's why it's called social media.
Right. I think people forget about the social part.
I think so too. I do. I think so as well. So it's like this show. It's a show about nothing.
It is. Yeah.
It's a Seinfeld of radio.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But it's fun.
I enjoy it.
Tomorrow though,
Yes.
we have Scott Davis coming in from the Board of Finance,
Good. Yep.
as well as Dr. Mark DePonte.
Okay.
So we're going to be talking to them and their candidacy for Dr. Mark DePonte's candidacy for the Board of Finance.
Mm-hmm.
And on Monday, we are going to have Marty
Ozga.
and Todd Babbitt talking about Todd and his shot at getting onto the Board of Education. So now these are all Griswold things that we hope that you would be interested in, and whatever. Like to Kevin, if you're still there, we'd like to have you come back. Kevin Cunningham, the first selectman in Plainfield. He is first looking for re-election there. Tom Sparkman's looking for re-election. Oh, nobody's opposing him. What a surprise. So I think this is Tom's last go round.
Yeah. After
think
how
he
many years now?
104. Yeah.
Sounds about right.
13 terms. Yeah.
That's a long time.
It's a long time.
That's a lot.
Who is who had the most consecutive terms? Was it Bricky?
Here?
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no idea.
I wonder if it was Paul. I gotta look.
He was
now.
there
I don't
last night.
know.
You should have asked him.
I see him all the time. I don't know if there's.
Will Google even know that?
Let's see. I just typed in Griswold First Selectman history, and of course, no, there's nothing that I can see.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know.
Griswold First Selectman History Museum. What? Oh no, that's something different. Matthew Griswold. Who the?
I brought my daughter to the Florence Griswold Museum when she was younger. They'd have around this time of year, they'd put ferries up all around the property.
Mm-hmm.
You can go and visit the different ferry houses and stuff. She used to love it when she was little.
There's not even a Wikipedia page. Are you kidding me?
For Griswold, Connecticut?
Well, yeah, but I don't think.
I think you're trying to be really specific. That's something you probably have to go to the Historical Society for, which is now located in the new Borough Municipal Center.
Well, it's getting there. It's not.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah.
They have a lot of pieces they're trying to move, and of course, they have to be really careful with moving everything.
Yeah, because some of it may shatter and dissolve.
Shatter or you don't just fall apart. You have to be really careful.
I'm thinking it was Bricky. I think he was the one that was the most consecutive, had the most consecutive terms.
How many, roughly?
4 or 5.
Wow.
Yeah, he was in there for a while. I don't think you'll ever see that again. I don't think you'll ever see that again.
I don't know if you'll see people that would want to do that.
That's what I mean.
For that long. I mean, that's a long time to be in that position.
He was also a local businessman, and he had the time, younger, like maybe in his late 40s, early 50s to do this, so.
I mean, that's part of the problem with that type of position is I mean, you kind of have to be retired to do it. It's
Yeah.
You can't have a job and do that at the same time. So that kind of limits your pool of people. Unfortunately,
That was actually one thing I was going to ask last night, but I figured,
ask what?
First selectman salary.
What about it?
And I thought that would kind of been like a kick in the teeth for the people that were actually running. And they, are they planning, or would they expect or want to raise the salary for the first selectman's office to attract other candidates? And I didn't want to insult the candidates that were there.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, and I mean that's a tough one because right now it's like 52 or 53 or something like that a year. Yeah, I mean, but in order to raise it, that'll raise taxes. That budget has to be passed by the residents, and I don't see the residents, wanting their taxes to go up to compensate.
Kevin Cunningham in Plainfield I think he's making $225, and he gets a limo driver too.
Yeah, right.
So
chauffeur, an umbrella holder, all of it.
No. That's only in the fourth tier.
Oh, okay.
There's different levels that you get in
Yeah,
Plainfield.
you got to work his way up.
He's got to work his way up, But he has achieved the limo driver.
Yeah. Oh, good.
So
that's exciting.
And during the fifth term, amazing. Actually, you get geisha women walking in front of you, dropping rose petals. So, it's amazing what they do in Plainfield for their first selectman.
Hey, the residents approved it. It's
it didn't even go to referendum.
No, that's unfortunately, anything like that, the money's got to come from somewhere. And, one of the things that we're hearing going around talking to people is taxes. Especially for people on fixed incomes, taxes are an issue, even though Griswold is actually lower. And
get a part-time job, Grandma.
And sitting pretty well compared to surrounding towns. It's still difficult for everybody.
It is. Yeah. You just said it. The people on fixed incomes. Fixed incomes mean
it's fixed.
Fixed income.
It's not going
it
up.
Doesn't go anywhere.
Not,
it stays right there. And
yeah.
If their taxes and expenses go up, well, then they got to cut it from somewhere.
Right. Yep. Yep.
Maybe bloody steak. Anyway, all right. Kathy, have a wonderful day. Thank you for coming in.
Welcome.
It's about that time.
Yep.
And so we'll see you tomorrow. We will have Brianna will be back. She's hilarious.
She's so funny.
Yeah. The cute and adorable.
Adorable.
Brianna will be here with Paul Ash and, of course, Scott Davis and Scott Davis and Mark DePonte.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, talking about Board of Finance candidacy right here in the town of Griswold. So anyway, have a good day, everyone. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow. Oh, don't forget high school football tonight. Griswold and Ledyard. Not tomorrow. It's tonight.
Thursday night football.
It's going to be live from Ledyard High School, and we'll be there tonight to bring you the game. So Griswold and Ledyard tonight, 6:30, right here.